Good communication, positive communication makes a big difference, and empathizing leadership and servicing servant leadership makes a big difference to all of our lives going forward. With that and focus to build good leaders and great communicators, Toastmasters is putting in an effort to build these skills, build leaders who will make a difference to this world through the Toastmasters program, membership program, and also it's putting a lot of effort to ensure every leader, every member, every office bearer is trained to do their duties to the best of their abilities and pass a positive message across. On this note, we have on 12th of July, a Saturday, we have officers training program. I'm happy that all our office bearers have registered for the training program. We have DTM Alex giving us a training on president leadership, and all our office bearers are going to attend their respective trainings. And I'm working with Andrew also to attend a training close to him so that we all members, all office bearers get trained. Thank you so much for registering. And this training program is open for all the members also who would like to take leadership roles at a club level later. Please put an effort, join us during the leadership officers training program and get trained, be prepared for the leadership. This is our chance of OTP, attending a OTP. It is not just an officers training program. It is the one-time password for us to get trained and deliver. On a usual note, we would have submitted our previous meetings proceedings report, but unfortunately our club secretary is unwell, and I would like to wish him a speedy recovery, and he should get back with more energy, and he will start submitting his reports later. We have some guests on the meeting. Can I request the guests to introduce themselves? Have Anjali, we have Toastmaster Manatraj. Anjali, can you introduce yourself if you are comfortable?
Yeah, sure. So myself, Anjali, I'm a civil engineering graduate. I'm currently working as a structural engineer in a Italian-based precast fabrication company in Chennai. So I am a 24 graduate. It's been a year I have started working, so I'm trying to improve my communication skills and get to know people better and connect with people. So that's why I've joined this, and getting new is very great.
Great. Thank you so
That's
much for Anjali for joining this meeting. You have joined very early. Thank you so much. I appreciate that your effort. And I see Badri Narayanan. Badri,
thank you.
can you please introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. So this is Badri Narayanan. So I'm a real estate consultant actually. I'm here from Chennai only.
Okay.
So I came through know about this club through Google actually. So I joined to improve my communication skill, and I want to connect with some new people. I want to learn something. So I hope everything I will do. Yeah.
Okay. How did you come to know about Toastmasters, Badri?
Yeah, actually, I was scrolling in Google. Actually, I before I've seen many Toastmasters club, but the only thing is since I'm into real estate, so timing is the only concern for me. So usually I will be working on Saturdays and Sundays. But I found this the wake up I found the timing is Wednesday morning. It was quite helpful for me actually. So that's it.
Thank you so much. So nice of you
Yeah,
to join our meeting, Badri.
let's continue.
Please keep joining our meetings. Wake up and join us on Wednesday mornings. That's great of you. And Toastmaster Maharaj, your introduction, please.
Happy morning, everyone. I'm the president of Speak Magic Club, District 120, Division E4, and I'm very happy to attend this meeting today. All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we are happy that you keep joining our meetings very regularly. Thanks so much for that, Toastmaster Maharaj. And to go forward with this meeting proceedings, I have a dynamic leader who is ready to take any challenge, a software engineer who lives by an example of there are adversities in life, but it is for us to take a decision on how to overcome those adversities and come out strong. A Toastmaster who is just about less than a year in a Toastmasters club with few years of experience in IT industry and raring to take a leadership position, and already she's a leader, a strong lady who takes care of her young child, her family, while she is working as a leader in her industry and also taken a leadership position in the club. Let me welcome the strong and the go-getter Toastmaster Gayatri Ponuswamy. Welcome, Gayatri. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish Kumar, for your warm welcome. I didn't expect that much warm welcome from you. Thank you so much for that. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a sip of water or juice to keep yourself energized. A very warm welcome to all Toastmasters and guests who has joined the meeting today. I am Gayatri Ponuswamy and I am your Toastmaster of the day. Today, I will be your host as well as a guide for this meeting. I will introduce you to each segment and ensure the meeting flows smoothly from one segment to another. Today, we have two prepared speeches followed by table topic session, and eventually we'll have an evolution session. Timer, I request whoever is playing the role of timer, I request you to show me red card if I exceed 2 minutes of speech in between. Let me introduce the theme for today's meeting. It is routine versus identity. Let me begin with a small idea that can change the way we set our goals and live our ways. There are two kinds of goals. One is trying to incorporate a routine. I am trying to go to a gym. I want to reduce weight within 30 days or before marriage. I'm already married. I'm just saying it as a phrase. So these are kind of routine or behavior or result that you are trying to achieve. The other is what you want to become like. I want to become a fitness enthusiast. I want to become a healthy person. I want to become a reader. I want to become a runner. It is more focused on identity based change. If you want to incorporate a behavior, result, or routine, you have to change the identity. If you only focus on the result, it may live very short. But if you change your identity, it becomes the habit or routine becomes the part of who you really become, you, who you really are. We will continue talking about this. Let me call our general evaluator, Toastmaster Shokumaran. He works in the IT sector for 14 years as a functional consultant. He is a fitness enthusiast who also aspires to reach maximum heights in public speaking and also become a public or professional communicator. May I request Toastmaster Shokumaran to introduce the role players and his role objectives too? Do we have Toastmasters Kumaran?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bade Gayatri Ponusami. When Satish was introducing you, I am hearing Singapore song in the background. I don't know why, but his introduction was as such.
It's more
It's like,
motivating to me.
yeah, good. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the general evaluator for today's meeting, and the purpose of the general evaluate, I would introduce about the general evaluator for the benefit of new members and guests. The purpose of general evaluator is to evaluate everything that takes place throughout the meeting. During the meeting, I will take notes on everything that happens and doesn't happen. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. And at the end of the meeting, I will give my report. And to do this role, I'm not alone. I have a supporting team who will assist me in each and every aspect of the meeting. The first part is evaluations, and I have two evaluators to provide the report for two of the prepared speakers today. And I have a tag role, which is timer, R counter, and grammarian. Let me introduce the tag role members before moving on to that. The timer role is taken by our Sergeant at Arms, Daniel Andrew, to introduce himself before going for his briefing about the timer role. He is a mechanical engineer in profession and working as a maintenance manager for a manufacturing industry, passionate about his fitness. He is a marathoner, participated events across the city. He is a Toastmaster for 1 year and looking forward to developing his communication and leadership skills. Daniel, can you please provide your introduction, provide your
Yeah,
briefing about
yeah.
timer role?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. So today I'll be the timer, and my role is to ensure the meeting within the time limits, allotted time limits. That as a timer, I will track and report the time taken by prepared speeches and table topic speeches and evaluations. I will use visual signaling with color codes to indicate when speakers reach specific time milestone and provides time report at the end of the meeting. This helps speakers manage their time effectively and ensures the meeting stays within its allotted schedule. For prepared speeches, I will show a green card at 5 minutes reach and yellow card at 6 minutes reach and red card at 7 minutes limit. And for table topic speeches, there are allotted time duration is 1 to 2 minutes. When the speaker reaches 1 minute duration, I will show green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. And once they reached 2 minutes, I will show red card. Similarly, for evaluations, total allotted time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. So when the evaluator reaches 2 minutes, I will show green card. When reaches 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow card, and when they reaches 3 minutes limit, and I will show the red card. So I will observe the meeting for monitoring your time uh, limits, and end of the meeting I will give the report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran.
Daniel, for the benefit of the participants, can you show the green, yellow, and red in your background, or you will be showing it in a mobile or something?
Yeah, just I will show I will show it in the background.
You will show it in the background, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. If you need some time to prepare for that, please
Yeah.
work on the
Please
background.
give me the option to share my this thing. I'm not able to do that now.
Okay. Mm, yeah, maybe Satish, you can give him co-host option.
Yeah.
So he will. Okay. Yeah, we will work
Okay.
on the background, Daniel. Thank you. And the next role is our counter. Our counter role will be performed by distinguished Toastmaster Priya, who is fondly called as the Wikipedia of Toastmasters. She is a nature lover, retired software engineer, running her own financial coaching company, passive income expert, fast marathoner. Introduction goes on and on, but she is a proud district director of Division I past year, and she has completed her with flying colors. many congratulations. And distinguished Toastmaster Priyank, can you please brief about our counter rule?
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the R counter, I will be keeping track of the filler words so that we can improve in that area. Today, the theme is routine and identity. As a routine, I will be taking note of will, so, like, but, and repeats. As an identity, I will also be making a note of any specific filler words that you use as your identity and will be reporting it back at the end when called upon to do so. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Priyank. Then moving on to our next role, it is grammarian. And again, the grammarian role is played by distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon. He is the first generation IT entrepreneur who after more than 2 decades of entrepreneurship, is now looking at experiencing the remaining items of his to-do bucket list. Satish Menon has been a Toastmaster since 2013 and held multiple positions at the club, area, division, and district level. He was the district director for our prestigious District 120 for the year 2021 and 22. And I would like to invite grammarian distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon to brief about the role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. A very good morning to everyone. The role of a grammarian in a Toastmasters meeting is to look out for the good usages of the English language, which could be in terms of words, sentences, phrases, idioms, which speakers will use as part of their speeches or evaluations. The grammarian will also look out for the not so good or the incorrect usages of words, phrases, sentences, idioms, which speakers might use as part of their speeches. The intent is to make people aware of what they have done right and what they can improve. Because as a language, we all keep learning a language as we go along. Nobody can say, I am a master in anything. They can only say that we are getting better at something. So that's the role of the grammarian. Toastmasters meeting also encourages us to have a word of the day and an idiom of the day for a Toastmasters meeting, which members can use as part of their speeches. This is trying to be impromptu. Inside your prepared speeches or evaluations or table topics, to use this word of the day and idiom of the day. So the word of the day for today is resilience. The meaning of the word is the ability to recover from difficulties or setbacks. For example, his resilience helped him overcome repeated failures until he finally succeeded. Idiom of the day for today's meeting is Rome wasn't built in a day. Meaning is great achievements take time and consistent effort. An example, you become an accomplished speaker by practicing your speeches consistently at Toastmaster meetings. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. I encourage everyone to use the word of the day and the idiom of the day in their speeches. I'll come back with my grammarian report when called upon by the General Evaluator towards the latter part of the meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shivakumar.
Thank you, Satish Menon, for giving us a wonderful word of the day and idiom of the day. We all know we have to be resilient in life to face all the challenges and overcome them. And thanks for providing us the word. And now my general evaluator role is taking on a hold. I will be staying in the background and observing the meeting. When prepared speeches segment comes, I will be introducing the evaluators. Until then, I would like to hand over the session back to our Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri Ponasamy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran, and all the role players for reading out your role objectives. Let's now begin with the prepared speech session. Every speaker will deliver a speech based on their pathway and level. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Karthik. The evaluator for this speech is DTM Alex Jacob. May I request the evaluator to read out the speech objectives?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Gayatri. Our speaker Karthik is attempting project from Dynamic Leadership. Distracted to Discipline is the speech title, and the purpose statement is for the member to observe his or her time management patterns. This is interesting. I think probably very first time I'm evaluating a project like this. So during the completion of this project, members spend time evaluating his or her time management styles. I think that's the objective. All the best to our speaker. Looking forward for your speech. Thank you.
Distracted to disciplined, Toastmaster Karthik. Distracted to disciplined, Toastmaster Karthik. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When asked Buddha, what is the biggest mistake we make in life? The Buddha replied, the biggest mistake is you think you have time. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, time is free, but it is priceless. We cannot own it. Time is what we want the most, but what we utilize the worst. Why do we feel that life is getting busier and we just don't have enough time in our hand? Why do we all feel that life is the tasks are getting longer and the time frame seems to get shorter? Time exists independently. One cannot increase it, one cannot decrease it either. One can only make the best use of it. Friends, each of us have 16 hours of wakefulness in a day. Then what are we practicing in this hours that we just don't have enough time for everything we need to do? The answer is distraction. The law of practice says we become good in what we repeatedly do. Whether it is good or bad, it does not matter. When our smartphone beeps, we rush towards it. In this, we are practicing distraction. We are training ourselves to get distracted. Now, let me tell you how I used to get distracted and I was absent minded. One of my friends suggested me this Isha Yoga program. He said that he had overcome distraction by doing one of their programs. I joined, I did for a few days, I quit. Once again, I was searching for stability. I tried Kundalini Yoga, Brahma Kumari's Raja Yoga meditation, Sahaja Yoga, and whatnot. Guess I have been to most of the yoga centers in Tamil Nadu except our famous Nityananda. If I had joined, maybe I would be connecting this meeting from Kailasa today. Jokes apart, having done all this, still I could not overcome distraction. All seemed to work for a week, but again, back to square one. Then suddenly a thought arose in my mind. Like all these days, I had been taking the spiritual path. Why not the much proven scientific path? So I picked up my mobile. I immediately Googled like psychologist near me. I went to a psychologist nearby to seek help to improve my concentration and focus. I told him about my distraction problems too. He said this line: focus is a lot like a mental muscle. The more you work on building it up, the stronger it gets. Improving your mental focus is achievable, but that does not mean that it's quick and easy. If it was that simple, then we all would be having a razor sharp concentration of an elite athlete. To be able to concentrate is to keep your awareness at one thing for an extended time. Then how do we practice concentration? His answer was unbelievably simple and straightforward: by doing one thing at a time. Technically, we are capable of doing two things at a time. Like we can do cooking while watching TV, or we can answer an email while on the phone. But concentrating on two tasks at once is impossible. So he said, never try multitasking. It switches our brain back and forth quickly from one task to another forcefully, which our brain is not designed to. So he said, do not do multitasking, and I also got to learn about the mindfulness practice. Practicing mindfulness, actually, mindfulness is paying attention at the present moment. Practicing mindfulness has helped my attention grow every day stronger. So nowadays, I do not procrastinate. I always like to say this line that na velan vandita velakar madri. It means I use my time in my best possible way. So I leave you with a key takeaway that in order to take control of your time, harness the power of awareness and keep it focused on one thing at a time. Yes, time is free, but it is priceless. Thank you, and over to you, Tiamur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. So it is more relatable to me because when you are giving the speech, I am doing multitasking like cooking. So it was very hard to concentrate on both the things at the same time. A very good topic today. Let's go to our next speech. For that, we have Toastmaster Satish Kumar. The evaluator for this speaker is Dr. Murugesham.
Gayatri,
Hope I'm audible.
Gayatri, introduce Satish Kumar. I would introduce evaluating.
Okay.
No, the TMOD will introduce the evaluator.
Oh,
You need to
okay.
call.
No, G introduces the evaluator when they do the evaluation. TMOD only calls the evaluator. You introduce the speaker.
Okay. So I have to introduce the evaluator, right?
No, you have to introduce the speaker. Evaluator's
Okay.
introduction will be read by the general evaluator during evaluation session.
Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you, Satish Menon, Team Satish Menon, sir. So Toastmaster Satish Kumar, he is a 55 years young and instrumentation and process automation and control engineer with 3 decades of industry experience. He is a lifelong learner on a mission to transform himself. He spends time reading books, listening and learning music. He admires Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is starting a responsible enterprise to serve the industry and the people. I request the evaluator, Dr. Murugesham, to read out the speech objectives.
Good morning to all. Thank you, Dimodi Gayatri Punisami, for giving this opportunity. The second speaker, Sadish Mas, is Pathways Presentation Mastery, Level 2, Project 1. And the speech name is When It Stops. The project is Understanding Your Communication Style. The objective of this, the purpose of this project is to learn about the communication styles and identify their own communication styles. And the purpose of the speech is to share and also the impact of the style for others. Over to TMO.
Thank you, Dr. Murugesham. When it stops, Toastmaster Satish Kumar. When it stops, Toastmaster Satish Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Gayatri, can you just confirm me whether my audio is clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. It's a pleasant morning and you're on a flight to your well-deserved destination. The flight is cruising at a height of 34,000 feet and you're sitting next to the window seat. You are enjoying the vision of the blue sky as the flight is cruising on the bed of clouds, white clouds in different shapes and contours. You are enjoying the flight And suddenly you find there is a jerk, there is less noise of engines, and you hear the flight captain coming on the system, on the public address system, and saying, "Dear passengers, we have a problem with the engines, and both the engines have stopped. We are working on it. Nothing to panic. Fasten your seat belts and sit comfortably. We will do something about it." Toastmaster of the day, come back to the meeting. Here, I would like to tell a small story of my personal story. It was a very normal morning, regular morning. We had an audit, system audit in our office, and we all departmental heads joined in the boardroom along with the auditors for the startup meeting of the audit. And I, being the facilitator for the audit, I was focusing on what is to be done, whether everybody is there, and the auditors to be introduced and all that. I was a bit busy doing all that. And like we do in our Toastmasters meeting, we keep all the mobiles in silent mode. When the meeting was just getting started, I suddenly heard my phone buzzing, vibration, and as usual, I ignored it. Within few seconds, it again started buzzing, and I just saw, and it was my sister-in-law calling, and I felt something not right. So I just walked out of the meeting room by informing my colleagues, and I called her back. And she was in Bangalore, and she called me. She told me saying that her brother got a chest pain in the office, and it looks he is taken to hospital. Can you please go and attend to him? I said yes. She was in a panic, and she gave me the contact details of whom to contact, and she disconnected the phone. I called the gentleman whose number I got from my sister-in-law and said, "What is the issue?" He said, "Your brother is in the hospital, so-and-so hospital, and can you come quickly?" So immediately I've informed my office colleague saying that I have a personal emergency and I'm leaving. No other discussions. I just left, took my vehicle, reached the hospital about 12 kilometers away, rushing through the heavy traffic of the day. And when I reached the hospital, I saw few people from my brother's office waiting there. And one senior gentleman came to me, recognized me. Me and my brother look alike, so he quickly recognized me and said, "Are you Mr. Sati?" I said, "Yes." What happened? Where is my brother? How is he? He said, "Mr. Satish Kumar, he came to office early today, and as usual, he went to the gym, worked out, and came back to the office. And in the reception area, he collapsed, saying that he has a chest pain. And we immediately rushed him to the hospital by car. We didn't even have a chance to wait for an ambulance. We rushed him to the hospital. But unfortunately, he could not be saved. Then I asked him quickly, "Where is he? How is he now?" I mean, I was in a panic. And when I reached to the doctor's room, I was guided to the ICU, and I was showed his body. I reached and I touched his body. It was cold, and he was sleeping as if nothing has happened. There was no pulse, no emotion. He was at peace. There was no more. I cried for some time and then recovered myself. And I asked the doctor, could anything be done? Doctor said, sorry, sir. By the time he reached the hospital, his pulse was not there. So we tried. I asked, with the little knowledge I had, I asked him, did you try defibrillation? He said, yes, sir. We tried all that. He showed me the equipment. And nothing more can be done. And I recovered and did all the rituals to take my brother by an ambulance, to show him to my parents and my sister-in-law and the young son who's just coming out of the school for one last time. And we did all the rituals and the life moved on. But one question started bothering me. That is, I asked my brother's colleague on a later date, did you try CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation? They said, no, we do not know what is that and how to do it. That is when I realized the importance of CPR. And luckily, I am trained on CPR. And CPR is something which everybody should learn. Maybe it could save a life next to you. Please learn CPR and save lives. With this note, I'm ending my session and coming back to the initial story that I started with. The aircraft captain and the co-pilot knew what to do, what is to be done, and they could manage to do a CPR on the engine and start the engine. The flight landed safely. Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Satish Kumar, for sharing such a sad story and the message behind that. Yes, definitely. Sometimes even I felt we should learn CPR because we don't know when the emergency arises. And we are sorry for the last. Let's now move on to the theme of our meeting. Let me share a short story so that we can understand more, a much better way about the routine behavior versus. Uh, can somebody who is not in mute can go on mute because I'm hearing an echo. Okay. So whenever I go to someone's house, right, I usually say, I'm not a coffee or tea person. Please don't prepare anything for me. Nobody objected. Nobody questioned me. So they accepted it. Simple. Nobody forced me to drink coffee or tea. Recently, my husband, who used to drink coffee outside, we got a secret recipe from my friend. So he started making coffee at home, filter coffee, and he offered me to drink. I used to drink a sip or two. So occasionally, I started drinking coffee occasionally. I went back to someone's home again. When they asked me whether I can drink coffee or tea, I told them I'm trying to stop coffee because I'm drinking more now. So I'm trying to reduce coffee. They told me, hey, come on, it's one day, just drink it. You came for, okay, you came to our house, have it. I couldn't refuse because they know that I drink coffee occasionally and they didn't bother whether I want to stop it or not. So it's human nature, right? So they insisted, so I had it. That moment hit me. When I said I'm not a coffee or tea person, nobody questioned me because it is my identity. They know I don't drink coffee or tea. But when I said I'm trying to reduce coffee or tea, it means I drink it and I'm just trying to change the habit. If someone intercepts it in this way, how about ourselves? We are saying this to ourselves. When I say to myself, I am trying to reduce coffee, it's different from when I say I'm not a coffee or tea person. It's a big change. That's the insight. This is exactly what we do to ourselves. When we say we are trying to lose weight or I'm trying to go to gym, you are trying to make it a habit and you try to convince yourself sometimes or make excuses. But when you start to believe that you are that person, your core nature, you start to think that it is your core nature or part of who you are, it becomes very strong and resilient and nobody can change it. Let's move on to our next segment and we will continue to talk about it and bring it to your closure. It's time for a fun and impromptu segment table topic session. This is handled by our TTM who will give topics to help members speak on spot. Let Toastmaster Navanita, he has 20 plus years of experience in IT industry. He loves to travel long distances and he enjoys traveling to new places. Let's give a big hand to Toastmaster Navanita. Over to you.
Good. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Table topic enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. Table topics help train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. I encourage all our guests to participate and practice their impromptu speaking. Participants take 1 to 2 minutes to complete their speech. At the end of the meeting, when the team out launches the poll, please vote for your favorite table topic speaker. Now have the volunteers to raise their hands to show their interest to participate in the table topics session. And I remind our theme of the day, routine versus identity, because the table topic questions are related to that. I encourage all the speakers to share their personal experiences and perspectives, offer practical advice and actionable tips, and also remind you the purpose of table topics to practice speaking skills and build confidence. Okay, with that, who's our first speaker for this segment? Okay, yeah. Thank you, Ma'am Mona Rajpan. If you could eliminate one bad habit, what would it be and why? If you could eliminate one bad habit, what would it be and why? Mona Rajpan.
All of us have bad habits, right? How many of you don't have any bad habits? I think all of us have some bad habit or the other. So the one bad habit I would like to eliminate is avoiding distractions. So I'm also quite distracted when I'm on an online meeting. So if the speaker is interesting or if the meeting is interesting, I'm glued to the screen. Otherwise, I just go and browse other WhatsApp messages or listen to some reels and then come back again at the time of table topics. But today I listen to both the speeches. So it is the speaker or the meeting which makes or anything which is attracting the audience, which keeps the person glued to whatever he does. And the focus or the laser focus is very important. And being a Toastmaster, you should be a good listener. So they say that good listeners are great communicators. So if you are a good listener, it will help you to be a great communicator. And this, what do you say, this bad habit if you eliminate, I think you can reach great levels. Because when you're laser focused on one thing, you can achieve that thing really well. Instead of just going here and there and doing many things or multitasking, if you finish one task and then jump to the other, it is always better. And you're not doing justice to being an audience if you're browsing here and there. So I want to avoid this mistake and eliminate this bad habit at the earliest so that I do justice to whatever I do. What is your opinion, Table Topic Master? Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. I think now, having a mobile in hand, it's obviously a distraction, pretty much, I'm sure, for everybody. And yeah, like you rightly said, avoiding this distraction can get people into a greater life. Thank you, ma'am. Who's next? Okay. May I call out any guests like Anjali, Umarani?
I am new member, sir. New member, Toastmaster in new member, sir, I am.
Okay, sorry. Toastmaster Umarani, can you take the next topic?
Okay.
What is the value that is very important to you, and how does it influence your decisions? What is the value that is very important to you, and how does it influence your decisions? Toastmaster Umarani.
Sir, I don't know to talk, sir. So only watching few days. Next time
Umarani,
talk,
not
sir.
necessarily you have to talk on the topic. Anything that comes to your mind, you can.
Yeah. I mean, what is one value that is very important to you? Okay.
Toastmaster Navnita, she might speak after
Yeah.
she is suitable. We will move
Sure.
on. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you, Satish. Okay. May I have some volunteers? Show your hands or raise your hands.
No, I'll take.
Okay. Sorry, is that?
I'm Anbarasan. Actually, I raise a hand. Not sure
Okay.
whether you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't notice. It seems okay. Anbarasan, here is your topic. Who has had the biggest influence on the person you are today? Who has had the biggest influence on the person you are today?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Navnita, for this topic. Everybody knows the South African cricket teams. So the people used to call them as chokers. So which means they deserve to win the trophy. But finally, something it happens. They will not the trophy. Okay. People used to call him the chokers. But finally, after 27 years, they won the World Champions Trophy recently. They led by Tampa Bavuma. They showed their resilience. They get stronger and stronger over the years. So we can learn from the team. So there is 1992, they won the first ICC trophy. After that, they didn't won any ICC trophy till now. But they went to some semi-final and they went to some finals, but they don't want any trophy. That's why the people call them as chokers. Okay, but recently they won the trophy, World Champions Trophy, especially the opponent with Australia. It is more happy to with me. First one is South African won the trophy. The second one is they won the trophy, the opponent of Australia. So what I am understanding is the Rome was not built in a day. They're waiting for 27 years to build the team stronger more and more. Thank you, Amanita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anderson. Yeah, such wins really creates a good influence on our life, and it motivates us, all of us. Of course, this is a great example for a resilient team. So thank you, Toastmaster Anderson. Who's going next?
I would like to take a topic, Navneeta.
Oh, thank you, DTM Priyan. The question for you is, what is a small act of kindness you have recently done or witnessed? What is a small act of kindness you have recently done or witnessed, DTM Priyan?
Thank you, Table Topics Master. A small act of kindness that I recently did was one of our neighbors cut down a tree completely, and I was shattered when I saw that. Immediately, I called some people from my home and took some of those branches, and hoping that we can give life to that tree, at least to some of its branches which had broken and made into pieces. We brought that into our home and then planted it here and kept watering it for several weeks. But there was no change, only it remained fresh. After some days, it started sprouting little leaves. I think that was a little kindness we could do to the planet and to the trees and plants which don't have any words to tell when they are being cut down or when they are being shattered, or when they are being lit to fire. They can't even move from that place. They can't put the fire. They can't open their mouth and say, hey, please don't cut me. So that little kind of act, that act of kindness, that little thing, today the tree has grown into a big tree and blooms flowers during the season. The same way, being kind to people who don't have that much of a voice, empowering their voice, that is our mission here in Toastmasters. When you see somebody being cut down, they don't have a voice, they are being on fire, they can't help themselves. Be there, help them. You can change a life by bringing and hoping and giving life to it. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, DTM Priyan, for the wonderful speech, and again the wonderful act of kindness, particularly to the trees, because that's my favorite too. So thank you for doing that. Next, Toastmaster Daniel, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Someone can note the timing for me.
Sure.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do it.
If you could have a conversation with your younger self, what would you tell them? If you could have a conversation with your younger self, what would you tell them? Toastmaster Daniel.
If I just wanted to tell something to my younger self, first thing what I would be telling is, you wasted time during your younger days. You could have done many more things, but you wasted simply your time during those times. Whenever you get time, that time you just spend your time for other unwanted things. So instead of unwanted things, you could have produced some productive jobs or productive development, personal development. There are many things. Right now I'm just realizing that I could have done this thing during the age of 20s, 25 or teens. Many things, like in starting from my fitness level, I could have started from the age of 15 or 20, but I very later on I started that thing. And similarly, my personality development, like my soft skills or communication skills, that I just would have developed, that I just wanted to tell to my younger self. And similarly, to participate in all the activities, involve yourself, make yourself presented to others, and try to be a humble person, what I am trying to be now. So by concluding this topic, I just wanted to highlight three things which I wanted to tell to my younger self. The number one thing, the procrastination. So I wasted a lot of time, so that I should not have been done. The second thing, the spend some time for physical fitness so that improve the health. And the third thing is the communication development, soft skills, so that I could have developed during that time. And the fourth thing is involve myself into different many activities and in social engagement with different people, so that I just conclude this topic. Thank you. Over to you, Navneet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Daniel. Thank you for sharing. Exactly, I think I know yesterday I was thinking the same, like why I did not do the gym. Like I was doing my gym and I was just thinking why I didn't start it early my day. So thank you for sharing that. I think Isay Amudu, are you ready? I saw you. Yeah, all right. Okay. Are you ready for the next topic? How do you handle stress or difficult situations? How do you handle stress or difficult situations, Isay Amudu?
Common to everyone facing the difficult situation and some everyday in life, and when they are working on some challenges, but don't try to avoid the challenges. I always try to cut into small. If I have any difficulties in my work, I will try to do them one by one, and slowly I will close to solve that problem. Yeah, first.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for the topic, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Isay Amudu. Thank you for sharing. All I could hear one word, when you were talking about this, one at a time. I remember some time back when I was in such situation, one of my manager was saying one at a time. It's a very powerful voice that I heard just now. Okay, thank you. Okay, Anjali, are you ready for the next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is something you are passionate about and how did you discover it? What is something you are passionate about and how did you discover it?
Okay, so one thing that I'm passionate about, it has been changing over during different zones of my life, but still now, the defense forces. If I see anyone, I was an NCC cadet, NCC naval cadet during my college days. I figured it out of nowhere. I never knew something like NCC existed. During my school days, I was always a part of Junior Red Cross. So I obviously wanted to be a part of GRC again, but my father, he had a different idea. He said, "You are talking too much. Let me put you in NCC. They will tame you up and you'll be little bit more conserved." So he put me in NCC Navy. It backfired to him. I was more involved in it, and I started going for parades all the way. I really wanted to take up defense as my future career path. Even now that urge is there, but I can't do it. But though I'm not able to follow it, whenever I see a person, maybe it is a police uniform or an armed force person, the uniform brings a fire in my heart. I don't know why is it, or whether how is it called as a passion, but learning about defense, the updates about defense, and the improvisations that the Indian armed forces are providing, those informations and the exposure of those are very much is a thing which I'm passionate about, and I'm looking forward to grow along with that. That's the passionate thing for me currently.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. feeling. I mean, yeah, thanks for sharing your, that you're passionate about. Next, okay, Charulata, ready?
Yes.
Okay. What is a recent purchase that has significantly improved your daily life? What is a recent purchase that has significantly improved your daily life, Charulata?
Thank you, Navinda, for the topic. Recent days, I felt in the busy world where we are constantly running to chase something, let's say career or the materialistic things. Everything is a constant chase. So we miss to take care of our health during those days. Finally, that leads to a big impact when you grow older days. So I made a conscious decision to make myself healthier each and every day. It's not like one day I'll do something and the next day we just blabber out. So I took a conscious decision of what goes into my plate. So the planned purchase of my groceries and the pre-meal prep. So recent days, I'm constantly putting my energies in purchasing good fruits and vegetables. And I feel the constant purchase of these items finally impact you in a very big, healthier form of yourself in the future days. So yes, my recent purchases are the groceries and the vegetables and fruit purchases. Thank you, Namita.
Thank you, Charulata. Yeah, it was very thoughtful. Yeah, I have, met some people like who are very thoughtful and particular about, purchasing things. Yeah, I should learn from you and others. Thank you. With that, I think we wrap up our table topic segment, and thank you for the amazing speeches given by the speakers. And now I will hand it over to Madam Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navneeta, for aligning the topics with the theme. Now let's move on to our evolution session. That would be our last session. Let's hear from our evaluators who will share constructive feedback on the prepared speeches. To evaluate our first speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, we have DTM Alex Jacob. He is our immediate past president. He is an entrepreneur at ASP Shared Office, a smart office for startups. He coaches corporate leaders in the areas of leadership, team building, and peak performance. He worked with various organizations before he started the entrepreneurial journey in 2014. Let me welcome DTM Alex Jacob to provide the feedback for our first speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, for the topic Distracted to Disciplined.
Gayatri, you will have to hand control over to the general evaluator. He will call the speech evaluator. No, it's okay. You've introduced Alex. He can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yes, thank you. Ideally, I should thank the general evaluator, but here I thank the Toastmaster of the day. Thanks, Gayatri. So once someone asked Mahendra Singh Dhoni, what is your secret of success, or what do you tell your team in the meeting room? And he said a very simple line. He said, my batsman needs to score runs, my bowlers need to take wicket, fielders to field well. That's it. I think that is applicable for Toastmasters as well. What do we need to do as speakers? Organize your speech, deliver well, take feedback. And today's Karthik speech for me was something in line with keeping all the techniques or the foundations of a Toastmaster speech intact. Why did I say that? Number one, a very simple formula for a good speech is OBC, the opening, body, and conclusion. So that's the organization and structure of a speech. So I believe Karthik had done full justice to having a good opening and the body with substantial information and inputs and a very powerful closing. Well done on that area. Second, the content. Content is very important for a speech. I believe the content was very appropriate and relevant, and it was presented with sufficient examples and a lot thought-provoking information, which was very well done. And third and most important thing I feel any speaker should have is the conviction and sincerity while speaking. How do we have conviction and sincerity? If we talk about global philosophies and global thought process, we may not feel, people may not feel that you have the conviction, you are talking about information, but you speak on your own failures. Hey, I'm not good at time management. I tried so many things, but I failed. Now I tried this and it is working well. That's the place where you take a lot of responsibility and you focus on self-development. That can inspire. I think that a lot of conviction and sincerity was felt during the speech. So overall, I believe that from a Toastmaster speech point of view, it was an apt speech done well. Now, what he could do differently? There are a couple of things. So this is actually for next level speeches. Number one, of course, when you have a good storyline, you're meeting someone and talking about it, about something, you can have dialogues. Why do we need dialogues? And the reason why dialogues is it amplifies the effect. It is not what he told is not understood by me. I understood it completely. Now, we need to take it to a next level means what we need to amplify it. And he said, go and do mindfulness. And he said, everybody is distracted. Now you do it. That's mindfulness. And I thought about it. So that makes a difference, right? So that is one thing. Second is, this is, of course, you probably know it, but how do you practice it? So the body movement or the stage movement. So there are a lot of areas in your speech where you say, oh my God, I don't know why I did it. It's a very, very simple hand gesture of keeping your hands on your face, right? That actually gives a different feel to the whole speech. And a little movement here and there. I'm not a great advocate of moving all around the stage, but here and movement on one aspect of the story to the other aspect, that can make a difference. Overall, I feel that from a Toastmaster speech point of view, it was a brilliant job done, Karthik, and few additions for this in your subsequent speeches can make the difference. Thank you so much, and over to the general evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob, for giving us that wonderful evaluation. I think our speaker would have taken notes on what are his commendation and his recommendation. Moving on to that, I would like to call upon our next evaluator, Dr. Murugesan, Toastmaster Murugesan. Before him providing his report, I would like to read out a few good words about him. He is a dentist and orthodontist practicing in Velachery for last 2 decades. He created and enhanced 500 plus smiles. He is interested to explore new places, taste new foods, and also he is a fitness enthusiast. Like his profile name denotes, it is Smile Garden. He also shows himself always with a smiling face. I would like to call upon our Toastmaster Murugesan to provide his speech evaluation for Toastmaster Satish Kumar.
Thank you, General Evaluator Sivakumar, for a warm introduction. My second speaker had clearly explained two analogies. One is two incidents. One is the flight incidents, another is the personal incidents. So he had connected both the incidents, how it important. So it is a well-structured speech, and finally had given a strong message, something you have to learn it. See, every in our life, we are learning swimming, we are learning some Toastmasters, but something which is definitely saves other life is this message. He had given a very strong message. And based on this, the purpose of this speech is his own communication style. The style usually had exposed his complete style in his speech, like his perfecting his standing and showing his gesture. Everything was good. And the second important things I want to tell is the analogy created for both the stories. One is the flight incidents. He started with a 4,000 square feet height, blue sky. That incidents had that mind, that imagination had totally changed with a small jerk in the plane. That is the one analogy. Comparing with the story, with these personal incidents, the auditing is going on, everyone are busy. Sudden call is coming from sister-in-law. So normally they call with purpose usually they are telling. So something which is usually they won't call at this time. Suddenly they are calling, 2 calls are coming, means something is happening. That incident had clear it, and many of them had encountered these type of incidences. So he had bring this story to our things, something which is very serious. So usually we finish normally with the story. There are 2 ways we can finish it to learn the experience. One is by the positive, like because of this he had saved, because he had not done this, here we have lost. So he had done finish with the negative story. That is a very, I'm very sorry for that had happened. But something which is had given a very powerful message is that have to learn this CPR. So this is a well organized, very good speech by sir. And certain things I want to tell about this stories development is creating incidents at this moment. Like so, when I reach the hospital or something, so I look at their eyes, they look at me. So I showed this emotion. So all these things they brings the everyone they bring to their incidents or to their spot. So that we can develop in your stories. And the second important point I want to tell is, so what you are telling for this society to learn this, something we can develop in the school days. Is that for every schools, the school children has to be trained for this CPR. This is a very normal things, can everyone, this is not a big medical things they have to learn. So something which is every people has to learn the CPR to save many lives. So that is a final conclusion we can give in this for this society. Just simply everyone should learn CPR. So these are the things which we can add in your message to give you a powerful speech. Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to Timur.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murugesan, for providing your speech evaluation. And we are done with our evaluation sessions now. Let me move on to the other sessions, other aspects of our meeting, which is the first thing is timer. I would like to call upon timer Daniel Andrew to provide a report.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran. Timer report for prepare speeches. Toastmaster Karthik took 5 minutes 30 seconds. And second speaker, Toastmaster Sadish Kumar, took 7 minutes 55 seconds. And for table topic session, the speaker 1, Toastmaster Uma Nataraj, taken 1 minute 48 seconds. And the second speaker, Toastmaster Anbarasan, took 1 minute 54 seconds. And the third speaker, DTM Priyank, taken 1 minute 45 seconds. And the fourth speaker, Daniel Andrew, taken 2 minutes 5 seconds. And the fifth speaker, guest Isaiah Madhu, 46 seconds. And speaker number 6, guest Anjali, taken 1 minute 38 seconds. And speaker number 7, guest Charulata, taken 1 minute 54 seconds. And now coming to evaluation session, DTM Alex has taken 3 minutes 21 seconds for his evaluation. And evaluation number 2, Toastmaster Murugesan, has taken 3 minutes 37 seconds for his evaluations. Over to you, Toastmaster Shivakumaran.
Thank you, timer Daniel Andrew, for providing the time report. It's good that we don't have any time disqualifications in any of the speeches. Now I would like to call upon distinguished Toastmaster Priya to provide the R-Counter report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Once again, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Here I am to present the R-Counter report for today's meeting. Today was a very clean meeting, I would say. We didn't have much of a fillers, but still there were some fillers here and there. So I'm just sharing my screen. The routine fillers, Gayatri had couple of hours. Her identity filler was kind of As a general evaluator, Toastmaster Shivakumaran had couple of R's, which is a routine filler, and some repeats like I will. As a timer, Daniel had 1 R, no identity fillers. I couldn't keep track of the fillers of myself. As grammarian, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon had 1 R, and his identity filler was in terms of Speaker 1 Karthik. I couldn't find any fillers. Distinguished Toastmaster Alex as a evaluator, there were a couple of R's. Speaker 2 Satish Kumar, there were a couple of R's. Evaluator 2 Dr. Murugeshan, couple of R's, couple of so's. And your identity filler is because and very. For very, we have something. There is a website called Lose the Very. I hope my screen is visible. Whenever you feel the pressure to use the word very, you can go and put it here. Very fat, very thin, very nice, very beautiful. Then it will give you a single word which will lose the very and gives you a new word. You can use that word. In that way, you can avoid this very filler. It's an easy way to reduce the very filler. Let me come back to my report. Navneeta, as a table topics master, had couple of R's and ums. Those are your favorite fillers. Your identity filler is you know. Table topic speaker Toastmaster Anbarasan had couple of R's and ums and so's. I couldn't find any identity fillers. Table topic speaker Daniel, your identity filler might be just. And guest Isaya Muda had couple of R's, which is a routine filler. I couldn't find any identity filler. Toastmaster Anjali, your identity filler is really. Really is again like very. You can try to lose that word. And Charu, I couldn't find any fillers. I felt your speech was clean. But that kudos to everybody for having very less fillers in today's meeting and doing an amazing job. Let's start using lose the very and lose the very filler and really filler. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster, for your accounted report. Now, I would like to call upon our distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon to provide grammarian report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I'll start off with the word of the day. Resilience was used once by the General Evaluator. And the idiom of the day, Rome was not built in a day, was used by Toastmaster Anbarasan as part of his table topic speech. Coming to the good usages of the language, we had the presiding officer using words like assertive, dominant, dominance, empathizing leadership, a different theme for OTP, considering one-time password to get trained, which was very unique. We all usually think of OTP means one-time password, but officers training program also, but one-time password to get trained was something unique. TMOD had identity-driven change, which was a good word to use. The first speaker, Toastmaster Karthik, had good usage, 16 hours of wakefulness. We become good in whatever we do. And then he introduced us to the different forms of yoga, Isha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Brahma Kumari Yoga. That back to square one was a good phrase that he used. Also by doing one thing at a time, harness the power of awareness. So that was also good word that was used. Toastmaster Satish Kumar introduced us to CPR, which I think some of us know, but some of us may not be aware of it. In table topics, Toastmaster Uma Natraj had a good phrase of good listeners are great communicators, and also the word laser focus. Toastmaster Anbarasan used the word chokers. It's a word that is usually told to people who falter, teams or somebody who falters at the winning moment. So that's a word that is used called chokers. Toastmaster Priyank had sprouting of the leaves, empowering their voices. And Toastmaster Andrew used the word procrastination. Distinguished Toastmaster Alex Jacob emphasized on why do we need dialogues and amplify the language. Toastmaster Murugeshan used the word frankincense for an analogy. Now, what are some of the things that we can improve? Right from the beginning of the meeting, when we say as everybody in our life. So when we are speaking, we say as everybody in their lives has a purpose. So that is how it is used. Before we get into the meeting, rather we should say before we start the meeting. So when the essay is saying before we get into the meeting is already started. Right? So you can say basically say before we get into the further proceedings of the meeting. World full of complex. This was used. We have to clearly say what is complex. So if I say world full of complex what? Ideas, complex people, complex issues, what is it? Okay, so that has to be kind of improved upon. Okay. When we say office bearers, in Toastmasters, we say ExCom members. Okay. So office bearers is a word usually we don't use in Toastmasters. We say whenever we refer to a club officer or club officers, we say as ExCom members or club officers. Okay. We have guests on the meeting. We say we have guests in the meeting. Okay. And also then we have I have tag roles. We say we have tag roles in the meeting. Okay. Because it's a meeting, so we are playing roles in the meeting. So instead of I, it should be that we have tag roles in the meeting. Then we say when asked Buddha or asked when Buddha was asked. Okay, that should be the correct thing. Life is getting busier. So life is getting busy. That should be the correct one. When we say this Isha Yoga, we say Isha Yoga, this is not needed. Say Isha Yoga or something that we are referring to, this is usually not used along with that. Razor soft concentration. It should be razor sharp concentration. Yeah. Well-deserved destination. It's favorite destination. Say well-deserved break or well-deserved recognition. But when we talk about destinations, we'll say favorite destination. Yeah. Everybody is there. Good way to use it is everybody is present. Okay. Everybody is there means where? Okay, so it said everybody is present in the meeting. Someone intercepts. Should ideally be someone interprets. Okay, or somebody interrupts. Okay, it's not intercept. Intercept is usually used when you kind of attack something or where you catch up with something. Okay, usually when says our missile system intercepted the incoming missile from the enemy. Okay, but when you're trying to interpret something, it's someone interprets. Okay, produced some productive jobs. Said done some productive jobs. Okay. That's what it should be. Other than that, I think everybody did a good job. That's my grammarian report for today's meeting. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Satish Menon, for that elaborated report. I think we have taken all the notes, and it was very insightful of you to share us each and every, sentences and words for our betterment. Thank you for that. And I would finish up with my report for today. The goal is not to be perfect, but to make progress in each and every step we make. This year we have started the previous meeting, and we are in the second meeting for this Toastmaster year, and we are making progress in each and every meeting, and I'm very happy, and along with my team members or about my club members, that we are doing good in all the aspects that are possible. And TMOD, that's what presiding officer, started the meeting on time. We have a small issue when it comes to role players. Until last night, the timer role was open and it is not up for taking. I would encourage all the club members to take up the roles well in advance so we can plan our meetings accordingly. And recording the session is also a problem, a challenge nowadays, but we are able to manage with that. On that one also, if many users would like to share the responsibility, kindly let us know so we can make some arrangements for that. And recording the session and taking roles, we have to do better as a club as a whole, which I would like to request to all the team, all the club members. Everyone was properly introduced by TMOD and presiding officer and general evaluator, like the comments we got. General evaluator will introduce the speaker. TMOD has to hand it over to the general evaluator when the time comes. Then Yeah, two speeches were well prepared and completed on time. Table topic session was done well, and both the evaluations are done well, and it is all under time. So it is a well meeting for what we have conducted today as per me, and I don't find any other issues other than taking the roles and recording the session. We are good, and I'm over with my timer, general evaluator report, and I'm handing it over back to Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri Ponusamy.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivakumar. I'm sorry for introducing the first evaluator because I thought evaluators should be evaluators for prepared speeches should be introduced by Team Moody and then how to move on to evaluator. Sorry about that. There is a mishap. And I request SAA to launch the poll. I think he already shared the link for giving the results like best role player. He must have shared it in
Yes,
WhatsApp.
I
Please.
have. Yeah, I have shared it in WhatsApp group, both guest and member group. Kindly go through that and uh, please cast your votes for this role players, speakers, and developers.
Yeah, I request everybody to vote the speakers and evaluators as well as role players. Coming to our theme for the day. So the thing is, we instead of focusing on the result or behavior, like I want to give the next speech in a better way or confident way. Instead of doing that, we should start thinking that I'm becoming a better communicator or strong communicator. So we should focus on changing our own self and our inner core instead of just focusing on the result. So that's what I'm trying to convey here. And I thank every role players, speakers, and evaluators for making this meeting a great success today. With that said, now I hand over the control virtual stage back to President Toastmaster Satish Kumar. Over to you, Toastmaster Satish Kumar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Gayatri Ponusamy. Amazing job done. One learning that I have from this meeting is that experience matters, learning matters. All the evaluations, especially as the speech evaluations, are the distinguished Toastmasters, Alex Jacob, Satish Menon, and Jiten Priyank. The way they have submitted their reports, presented them so well and so with so much of information and content for us to learn from. Thank you so much, all of you, for doing such a fabulous job and giving us something to learn from today's meeting. And this is the time where we have to be resilient, keep learning. And I'm amazed that at 7 a.m. in the morning, we have at one point in time in the meeting, 22 members who have joined, both members as well as guests. Thank you so much for waking up us and joining us for this meeting so early and participating. And I'm happy that all the guests are taking initiative to participate in the table topics and speak. Yes, they're trying their best. And some of the speeches are fabulous. They're definitely racing for a win, which is good. And the timing is maintained very well for today's meeting, which is appreciated by everyone. And if once we start doing this, like DTM Alex Jacob says, be boringly consistent, always. Yes, I'm sure we will be a club to be looked up to. On this note, once again, I remind all the members and the ExCom members to attend the officers training program on coming Saturday. Let us all meet up there in the offices training program and learn and do a better job of what we already have on hand. Thank you so much. Hope voting is completed.
Yeah, we can have a 1 or 2 guest feedback also.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd request guests to give their feedback. By Charu, Toastmaster Ruma, Usha Isaya Mudhu, or Badri. Any of you, if you can share your brief feedback.
Yeah, the meeting was awesome as always. And throughout the session, I think all the speakers kept us engaged, and table topic master also gave wonderful questions for the audience to attempt. It was all very easy, and they could think on their feet and answer it. And enlightening speeches by both Toastmaster Karthik and also the second speaker, I think Toastmaster Satish Kumar. Definitely, we enjoyed the speeches, and TM audio also kept us engaged throughout the meeting. Thank you for such an enlightening session, and I would look forward to attend all every time. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else, Badri or Charu? Charu? Yes, please go ahead.
So yes, before attending the meeting, I was literally in the mode like, you want to really attend it, or till someone call us and make us stop in the meeting. Why we want to attend it? Like, lots of question was in my mind. So after some time, I just jumped in the meeting. So especially the thought was running in my mind is I don't find time really for anything. See, I wake up, Toastmasters Club is happening. What time do I have? Like, a lot of question was running in my head. After that, yes, Karthik's speech was running. It was very relevant. And Toastmaster Satish Kumar, your speech was very inspiring. What the small thing I can get from the meeting is every day is a learning. You have to just make yourself available for every opportunity that comes in. So I also made a decision to just raise up my hand today. So I feel it was like a small win that was that made my day today. So thank you for all the whom who are present in the meeting. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charu, for such wonderful feedback. Yes, we try and live up to your expectations. We'll do better. Thank you so much for the encouraging words. Any other guest who'd like to share your feedback, or the members if they would like to say anything before we declare the results?
Satish, I am having trouble getting the results. It is asking me to do some payments and all. So it will be available for me after 15 minutes. I will publish in the group.
Okay. Okay. So you've done a Google
Yeah,
voting,
Google
right?
form, but I have taken the form in app. Before that, I used to do it in browser. If I take it in app, it is not allowing me to refresh frequently. Every 30 minutes once, it is allowing me to refresh.
Okay. 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 Sorry. Very sorry about it. All the members and guests. Yes, definitely we will be posting the results in the member group and guest group. I'm sure everybody is a winner here because everybody has contributed, and everybody is a winner here because everybody joined the meeting at 7 a.m. in the morning. Thank you so much. On this note, I call this adjourn the meeting 329 and look forward to seeing you, most of the XCOM members, all the XCOM members And so definitely I'm counting on some of the members to join us at the officers training program for another day of learning and leadership. Wish you all the best. Have a great week ahead.
And Satish, one more thing, sorry to interrupt. We have our in-person meeting on 26th, and 16th would be again online meeting.
Sure.
That's what every role players kindly take the role as early as possible so we can be prepared for our upcoming.
Sure. Okay. Let's catch up. Yes, we'll plan for another NHList session of in-person meeting. Wish you all the best and have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks
Great.
everyone.